body is called to order. This session is resumed. Mr. Secretary, kindly read the next item for third reading, please.
The next item for third reading is sponsored by the Honorable Salvador Apostol III, an ordinance adopting the provisions of Republic Act Number 11-2028, otherwise known as an act providing for the mandatory PhilHealth coverage for all persons with disability or the PWDs, amending for the purpose Republic Act Number 277 as amended for the Magna Carta for persons with disability in the municipality of Reina Mercedes.
For the benefit of our viewers, sir, and of the public, kindly read the whole draft ordinance, please.
The draft ordinance number blank series of 2025, an ordinance adopting the provisions of Republic Act Number 11-2028, otherwise known as an act providing for the mandatory PhilHealth coverage for all persons with disability for implementation in the municipality of Reina Mercedes, Isabela, and providing funds therefore. Whereas Article 2, Section 11 of the Republic of the 1987 Philippine Constitution provides that the state values the dignity of every human person and guarantees full respect for human rights, whereas Republic Act Number 11-2028, enacted on February 22, 2019, mandates the automatic inclusion of and mandatory coverage of all persons with disability under the National Health Insurance Program of the PhilHealth. Whereas the law directs the national government to pay the premium contribution of all PWDs, ensuring they have equitable access to quality and affordable healthcare services. Whereas the Local Government Code of 1991, or the RA 7160, empowers local government units to adopt measures to promote the general welfare of their constituents, including persons with disabilities. Whereas there is a need to ensure the effective implementation of RA 11-2028 at the local level, particularly in the municipality of Reina Mercedes, Isabela, through institutionalizing mechanism, funding support, and interagency coordination. Now, therefore, on motion of Honorable Salvador B. Apostol III, duly seconded by, be it ordained by the Sangguniang Bayan in session assembled that Section 1, the title, this ordinance shall be known as the PWD PhilHealth Coverage Ordinance of Reina Mercedes, Isabela. Section 2, Declaration of Policy. It is hereby declared that the policy of the municipality of Reina Mercedes, Isabela to adopt and support the full implementation of Republic Act Number 11-2028 to ensure that all registered persons with disability in the municipality are provided with mandatory PhilHealth coverage pursuant to the provision of this law. Section 3, definition of term. For the purpose of this ordinance, the following terms are defined as follows: PWDs, persons with disability, those who are suffering from restriction or different abilities as a result of a mental, physical, or sensory impairment to perform an activity in the manner of or within the range considered normal for a human being. PhilHealth refers to the Philippine PhilHealth Insurance Corporation. RA 11-22-8, an act providing for the mandatory PhilHealth coverage for all persons with disability. Municipal Social Welfare Development Office, or the MSWDO, the local office in charge of social welfare programs and services, including those concerning PWDs. Section 4, mandatory registration and monitoring. The MSWD, in coordination with the Municipal Health Office, the PhilHealth Local Health Insurance Office, and the barangay officials shall A. Ensure that all PWDs residing in Reina Mercedes are properly registered and issued valid PWD identification card. B. Maintain an updated master list of all PWDs in the municipality. Under C. Facilitate the submission of required documents to PhilHealth for the enrollment and updating of PWD records. D. Conduct information dissemination and outreach program to inform PWDs and their families of their rights and benefits under the law. Under Section 5 of the proposed ordinance, while the premium contribution of PWD shall be primarily funded by the national government through PhilHealth, the municipal government may allocate funds subject to availability to support administrative costs related to the registration and data encoding, capacity building and training for implementers, public information campaigns and PWD health-related programs, supplemental support for unlisted or marginalized PWDs during transition period. Such funding shall be included in the annual investment plan or the AIP of the LGU. Under Section 6, implementing mechanism, an inter-office technical working group shall be created composed of the representative from the MSWDO, the Municipal Health Office, the Municipal Budget Office, Municipal Planning and Development Office, Sangguniang Bayan Committee on Health and Social Services, Federation of PWDs in Reina Mercedes. The technical working group shall oversee the implementation, monitoring, and evaluation of the ordinance and shall submit annual accomplishment report to the Sangguniang. Section 7, separability clause. If any part or provision of this ordinance is declared unconstitutional or invalid, the remaining part shall remain in full force and effect. Section 8, repealing clause. All prior ordinances, resolutions, executive orders, and other issuances inconsistent with this ordinance are hereby repealed or modified accordingly. Under Section 9, effectivity clause. This ordinance shall take effect upon approval and after compliance with the posting and publication requirements under existing laws.
Thank you so much, Mr. Secretary. Any pleasure from the body before we put this matter to vote? Mr. Galabay, sir?
Mr. Chair. Maraming salamat po ulit, Ginoong Ninuno. Habang pinapakinggan ko po itong proposed ordinance ng ating muting kasamahan, si SB Apostol, ako po ay natutuwa sapagkat ito po ay nagbibigay ng higit na kaliwanagan sa ating mga kababayan. Pero ako rin po ay nalulungkot dahil last year po ay naranasan po namin ang hindi magandang implementasyon ng Republic Act 11228. And Mr. Chair, allow me to tell the story of what had happened to my brother last year. Kasi yung aking pong kapatid ay nagkaroon po ng sakit na kidney failure. Then, during his hospitalization in IUDMC, siya po ay nag-undergo ng 3 times or 4 times na dialysis. Then, siyempre, ang ano namin, pumunta po kami dito sa MSWDO, sa opisina ni Ms. Cheryl Apostol Respicio, para humingi ng advice at saka ma-issuehan ang aking kapatid ng PhilHealth ID card. Sapagkat actually yung kapatid ko po ay dati po siyang manggagawa sa Maynila. Meron na po siyang existing PhilHealth card. Then pumunta po kami sa PhilHealth dito po sa Ilagan. Ilang taon din po yung hindi niya nabayaran. So instead na bayaran niya yon, ang instruction sa amin ng PhilHealth Ilagan, pupunta po na lang po kami kay MSWDO ng Reno Mercedes para humingi ng endorsement at mabigyan ng PhilHealth ID card ang aking kapatid. At ang nakakalungkot ko, Mr. Chair, hindi po binigyan ng aking kapatid ng PhilHealth card ID number. Hindi po siya binigyan ng endorsement. Instead, ang sinabi po ni Ms. Cheryl Apostol Respicio ay bigyan na lang daw po siya ng PWD card. Kaya ngayon ko nga po nakikita na maliwanag pala ang mandato ng ating batas na lahat ng PWD kung humingi ng assistance sa ating SWDO office ay dapat i-accommodate nila at bigyan ng rekomendasyon na siya po ay makakuha ng PhilHealth ID card. Now, nag-second option po kami, Mr. Chair. Pumunta po kami ng PhilHealth Kawayan. The same advice, ganun pa rin po ang sinabi nila sa amin. Pupunta kami sa FSWDO para mabigyan siya ng PhilHealth ID card. So, to make the story short, nailabas po namin yung aming kapatid na nag-bill po siya ng 175,000. So, maraming salamat kay Congressman Ed Cristopergo dahil siya po yung isa sa mga nagbigay ng financial assistance na malaki para sa pambayad sa bill namin sa hospital. Ngayon, nung nakalabas po yung aking kapatid sa IUDMC, after few days, kailangan po niyang malagyan ng fistula para sa kanyang dialysis. So yung doktor po na pag maglalagay ng kanyang fistula ay nasa Itiague, sa Southern Medical Specialist. Ngayon, nung pumunta po kami doon, meron pong focal person ng PhilHealth Santiago doon. Then, same scenario. Tinanong niya kami kung meron kaming PhilHealth ID card. Wala. Bakit hindi kami inisyuhan ng MSWDO? Hindi po namin alam. Pero binigyan naman po kami ng PWD card. Ngayon, ang ginawa po ng focal person ng PhilHealth doon, Mr. Jair, gumawa lang po siya ng rekomendasyon. Pinapunta po kami sa Santiago City at ipakita yung kanyang rekomendasyon para mabigyan ng PhilHealth ID card yung aking kapatid. At 15 minutes, Mr. Chair, pumunta kami doon, in just 15 minutes, nakakuha siya ng PhilHealth ID card. Kaya isa pong napakalaking paglilinaw. So maraming salamat sa ating proponent, SB Apostol. Sapagkat ngayon ko lang din po siya nalalaman na mandato pala ng ating MSWDO na bigyan lahat ng mga PWDs ng PhilHealth ID card, pero ipinagkait po iyon sa aking kapatid. Pero ngayon, meron naman na siyang PhilHealth ID card, nakuha po namin sa Santiago. So, moving forward, Mr. Chair, sana ang paglilingkod po natin sa ating mga kabayan dito sa Arena Mercedes at bigyan po natin ng parehas at pantay-pantay na serbisyo. Buong tapat at may pananagutan sa ating Panginoong Diyos. Mandato pala ng batas yan, bakit hindi nyo ginawa? So yun lang naman po, Mr. Chair, naniniwala po ako na sa liderato ng ating mahal na mayor, sa nakikita ko po ngayon, yung kanya pong advokasya na ibigay ang patas na serbisyo sa ating mga kabayan ay aking pong nasisilayan. So yun lang po, Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po.
That was a beautiful speech, sir. Any comment from the proponent?
Yes, Mr. Chair. Thank you for the touching story that you shared, Honorable Calabay. Unfortunately, though, in as much as I wanted to give the MSWD the benefit of the doubt, since we need also to hear from her side what has really happened at that time. Okay. If I may just ask a few questions. At that time that you were asking for a PhilHealth ID from the office of the MSWD, or is your brother already have undergone examination from a doctor to certify his disability? Kung meron na kaagad.
Yes, Mr. Chair, meron na. Kasi nag-dialysis na po siya nung na-hospital siya sa IUDMC.
Kasi po, napakaganda sana ang pagkakataon that we raised this question with the presence of the MSWD all last time. Kasi napakarami pong issues and concerns that were raised that time. Unfortunately, wala ka. Were you at the hearing last time?
During the committee hearing of this proposed ordinance, Mr. Chair, though hindi po ako miyembro ng committee ito, ako po ay nasa PSA Ilagan po noon at meron po kasi akong nilakad. Kung makikita niyo po, sa hapon ng Biyernes ay andito po ako. Dahil meron naman po tayong hearing sa Committee on Public Utilities.
Yes.
Mr. Chair, noon, Mr. Chair, di ba, paulit-ulit kong tinatanong na pag PWD, di ba, automatic na meron na siyang mabigyan ng PhilHealth ID card. So, parang nag-ano ako, ang sagot ng lahat, kahit si Honorable Apostol ay affirmative, yes. So, nakakalungkot lang. Anyway, wala naman na sa akin yun. Wala na sa amin yun. Gusto ko lang na liwanagin. Kaya napakaganda po ng proposisyon na ito. Kasi nagbigay siya ng kaliwanagan sa lahat ng ating mga kababayan. Kaya ang pakiusap ko, sabi ko nga, ang pagsisilbi dapat natin ay wag natin lagyan ng kulay. Dapat parehas at pantay-pantay. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, tama po yan. And siguro we can again invite Ms. Cheryl Respicio to enlighten us with this matter. Gusto po natin ibigay sa kanya ang benefit of the doubt because we'd like to hear from her side and rest assured that we do not tolerate such acts. Di po ba? We only wanted the best para sa ating mga marginalized sectors. But with your experience sa opisina nila, my apologies as co-chair of the Committee on Social Services. So with Honorable Paula Adun, rest assured that this will be calendared for a further dialogue with Ms. Cheryl Respicio and from the office of the PDAO.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Mr. Galabay, gusto mo po bang magkaroon ulit ng panibagong hearing tungkol dito? As proposed by Mr. Apostol?
Hindi na po kailangan, Mr. Chair, kaya ako po nagpapasalamat sa ating butihing kasamahan dito sa Konseho, SB Apostol. Kasi ito, ang ganda, naliwanagan ang lahat ng ating mga kababayan. Ang tanong po ngayon, meron pa bang mga kasong ganitong nangyari? Sana wala na po. Tama na po yung sa amin.
Opo. Hindi ko po pipigilan si Honorable Apostol kung gusto niya ulit imbitahan si Ms. Cheryl Respicio para magkaroon naman ng sagot.
Yes, Mr. Presiding Officer, it is just but fair that we invite yung mga concern po na ganyan for clarification.
Alright. Pwede natin isingit this week.
Yes,
okay lang
po.
naman.
Yes.
Baka gusto mo linawagin, Mr. Apostol, sino bang MSWDO ang may jurisdiction sa isang PWD na magpa-register sa kanya sa PhilHealth? Kasi it looks like the sibling of Mr. Galabay was able to register with Santiago and not here in Reyna Mercedes. Paano mo na-explain, Mr. Galabay, na makonvince sila na mag-register doon pero hindi dito? And baka maliwanagan tayo, imposible kasi na merong magkaroon ng conflict eh. Sino po ba may primary jurisdiction na mag-register? Depende po ba sa residente or ibang factors? Mr. Galabay, baka gusto mo munang liwanagan ano yung sinabi niyong info sa kanila na that convinced them na mag-register doon?
I think this is hindi sa residence eh. Kasi ang PhilHealth is national, no, di ba? Kasi nung ilalabas namin yung kapatid ko sa sa IUDMC, gusto rin naman sana namin maka-discount. Kaya gusto namin may sa PhilHealth. Kaya meron siya existing na PhilHealth nung nagtrabaho sa Maynila. Kanya lang, ilang taon na hindi siya nabayaran. Ngayon, pagbabayaran mo yun, sabi ng empleyado ng PhilHealth sa Ilagan, malaki ang babayaran kasi magbabackpay ka eh. Ngayon, ang suggestion niya po sa amin noon, pumunta kayo sa MSWDO, sa Reyna Mercedes, then hingi kayo ng endorsement, balik ka dito para mabigyan ng PhilHealth ID card yung kapatid mo. So, hindi naman nangyari. Then same suggestion, recommendation of PhilHealth Kawayan, ganoon din po, pero hindi naman nangyari. Ngayon, the thing kami sa Itiague, dun sa Southern Hospital, Southern Specialist Hospital, ay magpapakabit na kami ng fistula ng aking kapatid. So, andun yung focal person ng PhilHealth Santiago. Kaya, nung tinanong niya kami kung merong PhilHealth ID nung aking kapatid, sabi namin wala. So may mga pagtatanong pa. So binigyan niya kami ng recommendation. Pumunta po kami ng Santiago. In just 15 minutes, Mr. Chair, ang bilis. Nakuha namin agad, then bumalik po kami ng hospital sa Itiague. So pumila po kami, nalagyan din po siya agad ng fistula. Then naka-discount po kami, yun ang maganda.
Mr. Apostol, baka gusto nyo kaming i-edify. Kapag resident po ba ng Reyna Mercedes, okay na po na makapag-apply siya ng PhilHealth through the MSWDO or meron bang ibang factor na kailangang tignan para ma-eligible siya sa pag-register sa PhilHealth?
Oh, technically, officer, it is the office of the MSWDO who is in charge of registering the PWDs online, and then the Department of Health through the Rural Health Unit for profiling of this person with disability so that he can be enrolled sa PhilHealth automatically.
So kahit na anong MSWDO office ka, magpahingi ng tulong, mare-register ka talaga sa PhilHealth?
I'm not quite sure, Mr. Presiding Officer. Ang alam ko lang po is that depende po yan sa area of responsibility. So if you are from Reyna Mercedes, you have to secure it in Reyna Mercedes po.
Alright. Yep. Alright, let's put this ordinance to vote. For those who vote to pass the ordinance, as many as voting yes, kindly please raise your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have the vote of everyone who are present today. This ordinance has passed the Sanggunian. Congratulations, Honorable Apostol. Congratulations, Council of Reyna Mercedes. Okay, garuhin lang po natin kanina yung pagboto natin sa unang binasa natin for third reading. Meron pong hindi pagkakaintindihan. Meron po daw gustong bumoto ng yes kanina. Pero hindi lang nila naintindihan na mabuti yung question. Ulitin ko na lang po, i-strike out na lang po natin yung botohan na nangyari kanina. Ang boto po ay ito. Merong version si Honorable Apostol na ina-amend lamang yung Section 7 to include yung warning for the first offense as we discussed kanina. Yun lang po ang amendment. Hindi na amyendahan yung version ni Mr. Apostol with respect to the grace period. Yun po yung unang binoto natin. Naintindihan ko po na lahat pala ay gustong bumoto except si Honorable Galabay. Alright? So, ulitin ko po. As many as voting in favor of the passage of the version proposed by Honorable Apostol concerning that ordinance, kindly please raise your hand. We have the vote of everyone with the exception of Honorable Galabay. The ordinance is at any rate passed. Let the records be amended to reflect this event. All right, Mr. Secretary, any more matter for reading?
For the other matters regarding the budget of the Office of the Vice Mayor and the Office of the Sangguniang Bayan for the fiscal year 2026 annual budget, Mr. Presiding, because the MBO and the Office of the Mayor required us to submit the proposed budget for our office, Mr. Presiding.
Meron na po bang na-prepare na budget from our Vice Mayor and SB office, sir?
At this moment, Mr. Presiding, pinapakuha ko pa lang yung budget natin yung approved nung last 2024 as the basis of the programming for 2026. I have here the budget, approved budget of 2025, but the basis is 1 year, no? 1 year, 2 years. 2 years.
Meron po ba from the body or mula kay Ginoong Secretary, baka bigyan tayo ng overview kung ano yung gusto nating paglaanan ng budget para sa 2026 para dito sa ating konseho at Office ng Vice Mayor? Or ano ba yung mga pinagkakagastusan natin ngayon? Mukhang ang office na ito ay isa sa pinaka-economical na department sa ating munisipyo. Congratulations. At ano ba yung hinihiling natin na pagkagastusan sa susunod na taon, sir? Sabihin mo na, baka nakikinig si Mayor.
Ito po yung yung personal services natin ng ito based on 2025 budget.
Ilapit mo yung mic, sir.
Yung 2025 budget natin, kasi meron tayong increase as based from the salary adjustment of the SSL. Ayun, konti lang yung possible na increase. Dito na lang siguro sa mga operating, traveling, training, office supplies, gas allowance, doon siguro kayo magdadagdag. Or sa mga other matters financial.
Patingin, sir.
Yan po yung 2025 po, sir.
Sige, pag-usapan natin. Preview lang mga kaibigan. Meron ba kayong naisip na pagkagastusan?
Mr. Chair, may I request for the copy of all the Sangguniang Bayan for the 2025?
Marami pa tayong kopya, sir?
Thank you.
Mr. Presiding, wala pa pong copy. Kausap ko lang yung isa sa staff natin na kukuha siya ng copies ng 2024 budget and 2025, yung approved, para meron tayong basis for the proposed adjustment maybe or additional na pangangailangan pa siguro ng sanggunian. So yun po, Mr. Presiding. At this moment, wala pa akong kopya.
Ilan po ang staff natin sa office na to, sir?
At present, Mr. Presiding, me as the Sangguniang Secretary, then May as the Officer 1 and the Officer 2. Lastly, kailan ba nag-retire siya, no? The Mrs. Geronimo just filed his retirement last June 30. So nawala yung bakante po natin LLSO2, LLSA 1. Ayun po. At saka yung ano yung driver. Meron na yung driver. So yun po, Mr. Presiding.
Alright.
Yung ano po, yung case po ni Banji at saka ni Joy, ni-request ko lang po, bali designated lang dito na from the office of the Vice Mayor. From the office of Mayor. Ginawa ko lang muna na ano, na as additional staff po dito sa ano sa office ng Sangguniang.
Alright. Meron po ba sa atin na gusto po natin magkaroon ng panibagong staff from the body? Okay na sa atin yung 5, 3. Nung nagpunta ako sa Kawayan, ang dami nilang staff. Dami nilang bisita din. Dami nilang fans. Meron ba tayong wishlist mga kasama dito sa konseho? May wishlist ba tayo? Mr. Barangan, sir?
May I ask the body kung okay na yung 5, Mr. Secretary?
Kung sa akin, kasi
Okay na po ba yung 5? Including the Vice Mayor's office.
Kung sa akin, kulang pa yon kasi si Mrs. Geronimo, si Ruby, nag-retire na, wala pang kapalit. Tapos si May lang yung yung current na na may position dito si May, saka si Doris, then si Robert, yun lang yung actual na staff, 3 lang. Yung case po ni ni Vanji at saka si Joy, na designate lang dito. So, yung staff na talaga, staff na lang, sir.
Sige po. Kahit ano po, ang wishlist nyo siguro, reasonable naman lahat yan. Sabihin nyo lang po. I trust na we will come up with budget proposal from this body. Siguro i-subject matter natin yun next time or ngayon na? I-refer na natin sa committee, sir?
Kayo, sir. Pero yung meron po tayong dalawa po yung yung pipilapan dito sa sa office ng Vice Mayor sa SB office. Kayo po kung yung recommendation separate na yung Vice Mayor at saka SB office para databang budget.
Sige, refer na natin ito sa committee para merong magtrabaho po. Anong committee po ang dapat? Alright, that matter is referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget Approval, and Maintenance, headed by Mr. Adun, sir.
Mr. Chairman, copy for the matter.
Alright.
Thank you.
Okay, any other matter from the body?
Wala na po. So,
Wala na po.
Mr. Presiding.
Okay, congratulations everyone. I think ito yung record natin na ang haba-haba. Hanggang 3:30 ng hapon. Dami nating na-accomplish. And congratulations everyone as usual. Ganda ng ating discussions. And mararamdaman mo talaga ang the difference that we make through this body. Mr. Secretary, please.
For the other matter, Mr. Presiding. Kasi yung natin dito sa pag-approve ng ordinance is unanimously approved. Katulad yung kanina, yung case natin, there is meron po tayong isang member na hindi nag-raise. I-indicate pa rin ba natin yung yes or no yung sa natin?
I think i-reflect lang natin, sir, kung ano yung totoong pinagbotohan.
Ganun na lang.
Yes, sir.
Hindi ko na ilalagay kung sino yung mga nagboto. Basta yung number na lang po.
Pwede?
Okay.
Basahin natin yung rules. Kung meron bang requirement na pangalanan yung mga bumoto.
Wala po sa
Wala.
Siguro, Mr. Jill, majority decision prevail. ibig sabihin, kahit merong hindi bumoto, kung majority decision, I think, kailangan pa rin pumirma. Kasi, member siya ng body eh.
So yun lang po yung Mr. President, yung niraise ko lang na Meron, katulad yung kanina yung sa meron isang hindi bumoto.
Kung gusto mo maging precise, sir, ilagay mo na lang yung mga bumoto ng yes and yung mga hindi bumoto. And then pipirmahan na lang nila as written. Mr. Galabay? Ay, Mr. Barangan? That's it? Okay. Gagawin na po ba natin yung hearing ng Wednesday or Thursday? Wednesday? Wednesday. Alright, let's do it on Wednesday. Yeah, buddy. Medyo mahaba. Alright. Welcome back, Mr. Adun.
Sabado na ako, sir.
Okay, so Wednesday. I like it. Okay, sige po. Yung tumatawag sa akin kanina sa messenger dito sa aking laptop ay nag-i-invite ng birthday party at gusto ko pong i-extend yung invitation sa lahat ng members ng body na ito. Taga Malalatang Grande? Yeah. Sabi ko sa kanya, invite natin yung buong Sangguniang Bayan para makilala nyo. Close po kami kasi sinuportahan po nila tayo sa kumpanya at inibitahan nila ako. Sinabi ko sa kanila na imbitahan din natin yung lahat ng members ng council, lahat ng staff and officials sa loob ng council para opportunity na rin po na makilala nyo sila at maging close kayo sa kanila. And yung particular family nila is from the tobacco farmer sector. Baka pwede nyo silang lambingin tonight. Meron tayong singing tonight. Maganda po kapag nakikilala natin ang ating mga kababayan and sinabi ko rin sa kanila na maganda kapag makilala ninyo yung mga kasama natin sa trabaho. Maganda po kung magkakaibigan tayo lahat dito sa ating bayan. So, meron po, 6 p.m. tonight. ako na yung nag-iimbata sa inyo. So, Malalatang Grande birthday party po. Baka may video okay po yan. At happy at inuman. May handaan po. Alright? May I hear a motion to bring this session to its conclusion for its adjournment? Honorable Kuntapay, sir.
I move the adjournment of this session, Mr. Chair.
Motion duly seconded. This session is hereby adjourned. Congratulations, everyone, and good day.